Hi, it's Jerry again with Sky Management. We had a resident that contacted us and let us know that they could see some light coming in from underneath their door. Typically this happens when the threshold of the door either breaks down a little bit or the seal that is on the bottom, otherwise known as the door sweep, kind of breaks a little fins off of it over time just due to use. They'll wear off, and so it leaves a little gap at the bottom. So there's a couple different things we can do to try to help with that. One of them is going to be to try to adjust the threshold actually on the bottom. If yours can adjust, then that's one thing we'll look at. And then the other is to install a new door seal or sweep underneath. Now there's several different kinds that you can find out there. We purchased a couple different kinds from Menards. This one is the one we're probably going to go with because this should be a direct replacement, which is just a standard seal that has two channels on the back of it that will snap into existing channels underneath the door and lock it up into place, and it has these fins that keep all the weather out, and some of those other ones are corroded off. If for some reason those don't work, they do have aluminum ones that you can actually slide in from this outside that has a track on it as well as a drip edge that can be mounted on the outside for some additional sweep, but I don't think we're going to need that today. So to get started, come on in closer and let's have a look at the bottom of the door. This hi puppy. This threshold piece here, it's got some screws. These are adjustment screws that can be adjusted using, in this case, a Phillips head screwdriver. You can simply insert your Phillips head screwdriver, and by adjusting it, it might bring that up or down. In this particular case though, these screws are pretty wore out and the threshold is pretty well wore out. So in order to fix this problem we've got, we're going to have to just replace the sweep in its entirety. So to do that, you got to remove the old one. Now you can do that by either removing the door and pulling it off, or you can use a flathead screwdriver and slide it in between the previous seal and the door and pry it off. And so that's what I'm going to do first. Now with the old one removed, you can see that a lot of the fins have been wore out on this guy. This previous one was stapled into the bottom, but it does use the same channels, the kerf that goes into there in the bottom of that. So to install the new one, you're going to have to measure it to fit. In our particular case, it looks like this one that came here is exactly the same as the standard, which I believe is a 36-inch door. For us, and so to replace this, it may take a little bit of figuring, but you're going to find those channels underneath there and just snap this directly back up in to the channels. It's going to be a lot easier to start in one side and just slowly work your way over. Once you're done, they say that you can screw these in, but we have locked these in these channels before and have never had a problem with them coming out. But if for some reason you do, you can take the door off the hinges and actually screw them directly in to get that taken care of. And then you just need to test out the door and make sure it works. That's how you replace a door sweep.